Hey everybody, it's Mr. Movies87 here, and welcome back. Let's play The Legend of Dragoon. Alrighty, I refought Melbuframa off camera, fast-forwarded through the other credits we saw, well, the last scenes we saw there before. I made a save state right before the section here, so hopefully the actual credits will show like they're supposed to? I still cannot believe the game froze on me right there. My only thought is it was because I transformed into a Dragoon during the Melbuframa fight. I didn't during my other fight here, so we'll see if that... Apparently, you can't transform into a fucking Dragoon during the final boss fight of the game. That is bullshit. Or maybe I got super unlucky, and it happened there anyway. The fight's still not too bad otherwise, though. Now, I don't know also if this is only an emulator thing, or if it also can happen on console. So still be wary of that all the same. But again, I sincerely apologize for the last episode there. I don't know why the game freezes whenever you transform into Dragoons on random ass fights there or whatever. But it didn't take me too long to do, thankfully. I used fast forward like the entire time. So, now we can finally watch the credits roll and look back on the LP as a whole. For one thing also, this should not have taken me a full, like, year plus to do. So I apologize for that as well. But I'm very glad I got back into LP since I've been in here in my new place in Ohio to finish the LP proper there. So I'm finally having blah blah blah. I finally have this project fully done. So that's a relief there. For my overall review of the game, I give it a 9 out of 10 overall, and I'll go into that as to why in a little bit. Story, I think I would give a 9 out of 10. It does get kind of bonkers at the end of the game, but I really do like how it builds up throughout the course of the game. It starts small with like the Sardian War for Disc 1, right? And then getting into Disc 2, we learn more about the moon objects there, and more things like the Wingleys, and like fighting Linus and seeing Lloyd more often, things like that. And then builds into Disc 3, when we really get into the meat of the game's plot there, with the Divine Moon objects being more prevalent, the Divine Dragon, the past Wingley cities. Wingleys are more prevalent in general. And then the final build up to Disc 4, with the whole fight against Melbuframa, the God of Destruction, the Virage Embryo, the Moon that Never Sets, all that good stuff there. So I really like how it builds throughout the disc there, or the entire game really, to the climax there. Gameplay, I give it a 10. I absolutely love the addition system. Granted, I suck at it at times with, you know, Summon 4 Gods, or Hexhammer, or Moonstrike, whatever. But that does not mean it's bad by any means. It's a very unique system. And for its time, back in 2000, it was damn near unheard of, if not fully unheard of at the time. And really, no game ever since has really replicated it in full like Dragoon has. I also call the game Dragoon for short, just a FYI there. But yeah, the combat system is the best part of the game there. I kind of wish we could have had, like... Well, no, that's really more nitpicking. No, I'm not going to mention that. No, never mind. Music, I would give a 10 out of 10. The battle themes, all the battle themes in this game are top-notch. The random battle themes, the boss themes, the final battle theme with the Melbuframa, they're all so good. The ending theme here is fantastic. Rose's theme we heard during the last FMV, they're also the town themes. They're all just so good in my mind there. Characters, I would give them, I'd say, an 8 out of 10. For their overall story for them, there are some damn good characters, like Dart and Rose and Shauna get the best story bits out of the entire party. But then really, like, Albert doesn't get a whole lot, Hachelle really doesn't. Condor and Miranda hardly get anything. They don't really contribute much to the overall plot, like, at all, for the most part. They have their moments, yeah, but they're nothing really spectacular. You know, Dart and Rose really do carry the game's story. But the fact that the overall party, like, doesn't have, like... They're not all equal, story-wise, we'll say there. So yeah, that gets an 8 out of 10 in my mind. But yeah, this game is far and away one of the best RPGs on the PS1, in my opinion. And it still holds up well today. Except the translation, that kind of needs a do-over there, honestly. It's not the best out there, but I won't hold it against the devs and the localization team on that front there. The voice acting, though, is really, really bad, as we've seen already. Now, in combat, though, that's fine. I like the additions being called out there by the VAs and all that there. Just in the FMVs, the direction and the voice acting themselves are really, really, really bad, and it shows. This game were ever to be remade with a new VA cast, it would be a lot better, of course. Will that ever happen, though, a remake of the game or whatever, remains to be seen. Or if they'd bring back the same crew they had before, if that's even possible at this point, I have no idea. It's been so long. Like, all these people here, are they still doing VA work? Are they available? I have no idea. But no, yeah, this game is one of the best on the PS1, and still really underrated in my mind as well. It definitely has a cult following, to be sure. Still does to this day as well. It always will. And I really do hope that it gets a proper, like, either a sequel, a prequel, a remaster, remake, reboot, whatever you want to call it there. I hope it gets something new for a new generation of players here. Even put it on, like, the PS4 or PS5 shop or whatever there. That would be fine, too. Oh, we did one last little cutscene here. I assume this is where the Divine Tree was before. And, oh, is that the same bird that Charles sent out earlier? She did send one. We saw it flew past Miranda's window at, Leningrad there. And one last reminder of what Rose and Zed did. They really are dead. The Dragoon spirits are gone, and so are they. Gone, but not forgotten. Alrighty, so, yeah, very short episode here that should have been in the last one, and I will apologize again. I am extremely sorry for what happened at the last episode there, at the end of it. But I can apologize until I'm blue in the face, and it'll change what's already... It won't change what's already been done, so... But actually, as a kind of side note here, this is episode 55, and I wanted to end the LP on episode 55 if at all possible. And I did. So, thumbs up for that. But no, this LP was so much fun to do from start to finish. This has been on my mind to do for ages and ages, even back during my old channel days when I first started LPing, way back in like 2008 or 9 or whatever. This could have been even done on that channel way back then too if I ever got around to it, but I just never did. Unfortunately. But, you know, as they say, better late than never. So yeah, I am glad to have this one under my belt here. Nice to have another full LP finished. Haven't had one done since Final Fantasy 1. And yeah, this game is still near and dear to my heart to this day. It always will be. I love it to death, even with all its faults and everything there too. And there's not many faults this game has, in my opinion. But yeah, you guys, thank you guys so much for your patience throughout the LP here. I know we had a big lapse there for that year plus or whatever when I just stopped LPing for a while. I could have recorded way back when before I moved away from Fayetteville back to PA. I could have recorded when I was still in PA. I just, well, for whatever reason, I just had no desire to when I easily could have. Although back there at PA, it was kind of hard to have much of a desire to do anything with the situation I was in. I won't go into more detail about that. It's not for me to talk about here. But no, you guys, thank you guys so much for your patience and for watching the LP here. I really do appreciate it there. So with that, Legend of Dragoon is now done. I may take a day or two off from recording before my next LP. But that will be starting here very, very soon. As a reminder here, too, I will be Let's Playing Penny Arcades on the Rain-Slit Precipice of Darkness Episode 4 for my next LP. That'll be a very short one there. Shouldn't take too terribly long to do. Then following that, we have another big LP, The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky First Chapter. These two games are also near and dear to my heart, hence why I'm LPing them. And I cannot wait to show them off to you guys in their full. And with that, guys, again, thank you so much for watching. This has been Mr. Movie 7 signing off. Have a great day, and you guys are the best. Love y'all.